guys, so a few of you have requested to know how I make my bulletproof coffee and what goes in it. I've been meaning to film this video for several days now, but I just haven't had the motivation in the morning because I hadn't had my coffee yet. So it's pretty basic, pretty simple. Those of you that are doing keto, most of you probably know what bulletproof coffee is. And those of you that don't, it's just a way for us that are doing keto to get more fat into our diet. A lot of people use the bulletproof coffee for fasting, and I personally use it sometimes for fasting, but I like to have it because I add the coconut oil and the grass-fed butter and the whipping cream into the coffee, and so that can up my fat intake, and I don't have to like literally eat a stick of butter or scoop out coconut oil and put it in my mouth, because when you're on keto and you are in ketosis, you lack an appetite a lot of the time, and you for me personally, I've had an issue after I have breakfast or after I have the coffee where I don't want to eat again for a very, very, very long time, and then when I do eat, I don't want to eat a lot. So I was really struggling in the beginning to get enough fat into my diet, and that's when I discovered the bulletproof coffee. And like I said, you add all of those fats to the coffee, and that way you can drink it quickly, and it's just a really nice way to incorporate fat, and it's also very, very delicious. And the way I make it, I add a cocoa powder to it, and it makes it taste just like I'm having hot cocoa in the morning, which is super nice. It's really sweet and frothy and chocolatey, so it's almost like I'm going out and getting like gourmet coffee or Starbucks or something like that, but really I'm just making it in my kitchen with a few ingredients. I hope everyone that's doing keto gives the bulletproof coffee a try. And I hope that if you have already tried it, but you haven't tried it with the cocoa powder, you give it a try as well. If you enjoy it, if you like it, tag me with your coffee on Instagram. And my Instagram name is queen_keto, and I'll have it at the bottom of the screen and linked down below in the description. And if you don't have an Instagram, let me know down below in the comments. I thank everybody so much for watching, and I thank you for requesting this video. I had a little fun making it, even though I was really tired. Alright, so the ingredients that you're going to need for my cocoa bulletproof coffee are pretty simple. You need a tablespoon of high-fat grass-fed butter. You can use any brand, but I prefer the Kerrygold, and mine is an unsalted butter. 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and you can use also your choice of coconut oil. I prefer the refined version for my coffee because I don't like the coconut flavor. So I have a refined coconut oil, 1 tablespoon. Then I do 2.5 tablespoons of the heavy whipping cream, and this is a 0 carb heavy whipping cream. As you can see, 0 carbs per tablespoon. And then cocoa powder, and I have just a 100% pure cocoa from Toll House, and this is 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. You do get carbs from the cocoa powder. There are 2 per tablespoon, so that gives you a little over 2 carbs in the whole mix, the whole bulletproof coffee mix. So, and then your choice of sweetener, you don't have to use stevia. You can use whatever sweetener you prefer in your coffee. Coffee, of course, this is the coffee that I've been using since I started doing the bulletproof, and it's just the 8 o'clock French vanilla. It's a cheap brand and it tastes really good. And then the key to bulletproof coffee of any sort is to have a mixer. You can use a blender, a food processor, an emulsion blender, magic bullet mixer, whatever you have on hand, because you want to whip all of these ingredients together till they're nice and smooth and you have a froth on the top. So let's get to that. So I've put all of the ingredients in except for my sweetener. I always do that after I've blended it and poured it into my cups, just because I don't want to go overboard, and it's better to do to taste. So now all the ingredients, aside from the sweetener, have been blended in the blender, and you can see that frothy top like I was talking about. And in the blender, the ingredients mix so nicely. You can't even tell the butter and coconut oil are in there. You just get a really rich, creamy, chocolatey texture. And with my 4 cups that I use, which is quite a lot for one person, but I don't know, maybe not. I'm new to drinking coffee, so I feel like it's a lot, but it's probably just a normal average person's coffee. So I get a full just coffee mug and then a full thermos, and I keep it in the thermos just to keep it hot, and I just keep refilling my cup. I get about 2.5 cups of coffee every morning, which I guess is normal, maybe not, maybe. You can always add more butter or more coconut oil for more fat for your coffee if you're trying to if you need more fat. Hope you enjoyed. This has been a really awesome way for me to get fat in every day, and you know, lots of energy. It's also helped a ton with fasting. Having my intermittent fasting days with my Bulletproof coffee has made doing keto for me super successful.